Hello, everyone, and welcome. Say hello, gang.
Hello.
Hello.
All right. A little hot on your end. We'll tweak that live. So, welcome, everyone, to our little adventure here in the stars. Aurora. Fantastic little module here for the Mothership RPG system. This is a... Sorry, one second. Hopefully. Okay. This is a sci-fi horror RPG, real light system, percentile based. So our players will be rolling a D100 and trying to roll under their stats to not die and other things. We're going to jump right into it, though, and tell you a little bit more as we go along. Let me give you a quick introduction here before we meet our players. The players are stowaways, trying to catch a cheap ride aboard a freighter ship, the Aurora, that was making a jump to the Zalmaxis system. They hid themselves aboard in the cargo bay aboard cryopods to wait out the journey. What should have been a year-long trip turned out to be much longer once they all came out of that cryo-sleep. So, let's say hello, gang. Ty, go ahead and introduce yourself quick and tell us who your character is.
I'm Niles Garrett, and I'm a teamster. I just keep myself busy in the working hard for the crew.
All right, and Luna.
Hi everybody, I am Luna and I am playing Rosie McPhee Marine, who is too pretty to die.
As the patch says, yes.
As the patch says.
Niles, what is your patch?
My patch is Icarus falling away from the sun.
Okay.
No!
Another fantastic little element of Mothership is when you roll up your character, you get to choose a trinket and a patch. And the patches are great. They really have some cool things. Okay, last but not least, Toffee, say hello.
Hello. Hey, guys. I'm Toffee. I'll be playing Montgomery Pudica, who goes by Mont.
And what is your patch?
My patch is girl's best friend, with like a little diamond inscription.
Aw, yeah.
We'll get into that later. I rolled that and I was like, I'm gonna infuse that into my backstory. So there we go.
Love it. Yes. And I think you were about to mention your class.
Oh yeah. I guess people will call me a scientist, but I think Mont is just very, very, very studious.
Awesome. Awesome. All right. And I am your warden for tonight's game, Todd Moonbounce. Thank you all for being here. Looking forward to running through this. So, the cryopods, or emergency wake-up protocols, go off. All three of you, your stomachs begin to wrench. And you climb out of these hidden compartments here in the cargo bay, and the light that pours in from the window is blinding. It's disorienting. You remember paying a trafficker to smuggle you on board the ship. And the journey, was only supposed to take a year. But from the surroundings, as you look about the cargo bay even, dust, debris, things, disarray, you gather quickly that it's been more than a year. Everyone, as you come out of this and you're nauseous and disoriented here, go ahead and give me give me a body saves. So our first roll of the night.
That is a failure for me.
Okay.
Same. 57.
Okay.
Yeah,
And
that's
Rosie?
that's a 34 for me.
So is that a good?
No, that's
still no.
Nope, that's I needed a 37.
No, you're good. You want to roll under.
Oh, okay, then yes.
Yeah,
I'm fine.
You're good. You saved.
Marines
Yeah.
are tough, man.
As a Marine should.
As we said, our players all have a number in these stats, and you want to roll under. But the highest, the averages are around 30, so it's pretty challenging here. Rosie, the Marine, yes, is probably built up to withstand some of these situations, and then comes out of it able to do so. But your counterparts, however, that jerk out of the cryo-sleep hits you. You both take 1 point of stress. I mean, both of you to 3 points. Rosie, you still at 2, where we start off with. You have nothing on you, just the clothes on your back, which also I needed to mention. You all have 1 point of armor for your standard gear, so keep that in mind. But yes, the clothes on your back, no other items, equipment were able to come aboard with you. And you now stand inside the cargo hold. And after you shake off that disorientation, you immediately then notice that it is extremely fucking hot.
I'm reaching my pocket real quick, though. I want to make sure that I've got one little tiny item with me. Please, God. I reach in there and feel for a small capsule. It's still there.
One little bit of a vice that you cling to, that you might need sooner than you wanted, realizing that your situation's much different than what you expected. So you're in this large cargo hold. Everything looks old. Cargo is emptied, decayed. Things are strewn about, some of the equipment, things like that. The large loading door and the opposite on the wall of the ship, there is a large window there, and this bright, almost piercing light is just flowing in from that.
Some kind of star. I'd like to make a quick. I know a little bit about industrial equipment. I'd like to do a quick assessment, looking around and see if everything seems to be working okay. We're able to breathe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, life support seems functional. Obviously, there's no struggles in that regard, other than the heat. The heat is very off-putting.
Without even really taking in the other people that just woke up, I'm gonna go ahead and just immediately just take off my shirt and again begin to kind of wrap it around my head. And as I'm doing that, I'm also checking my body for my possession as well. And I realize that it's not on me. And then using the sun, or using the light from the window, I'm gonna look back into the chiropod to see if my friend is in there. And he's right there. He was right next to me. A little bit of soil was dislodged, but Percy's here with me. And that kind of makes me feel a little bit more happy.
The cryo chamber has, as it, did for yourself, preserved the life of your plant companion as well. So anyone, so Niles, as you look around, there's not really any equipment in the cargo bay, but things seem functional from the cargo deck. There is, looking more towards the center of the ship, you see a doorway to the right, and then there's 2 doorways, to the top, to the north of the room.
I'm gonna look around at my crewmates. It's just the 3 of us, huh?
Yes, just from what you immediately, just that. You have a basic, what you might recall, the basic layout of the ship. So you know that you're in the cargo deck of the ship, the lower level, and the jump drive the engines and life support are the systems that exist down in this level. Then the middle level is the crew deck, which would contain the barracks, the office quarters, med bay, galley, that sort. And then finally, the command deck, command room, computer controls is going to be that third level. So when you were going to go ahead and, smuggle aboard the ship, you were at least given that basic information.
This is from the trafficker?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to look over at the other two and be like, Niles, who are you?
Go ahead.
I'll like put my hand out to shake his hand, and I'm Rosie.
I'll awkwardly cross the room the distance real quick and just like throw my hand into Rosie's hand. Yeah, Niles.
I'm gonna approach as well, wiping the sweat off my forehead, and I kind of don't know whose hand to shake first, so I extend both of them out. Hi, I'm Montgomery. You can just call me Mont. Oh, and this is Percy.
Plan. What kind of plan is that, Mont?
This is a rubber plant, variegated, of course.
Well, that's cool. That's cool.
Thank you. It's cool.
Yeah. It's
So
cool with
we're
me.
here. Are we here? Did we make it?
I don't think we're anywhere.
Yeah.
I mean, have you looked at the state of this place?
You know what I think what we got to find out though is who else is on board still, because I mean, now that we're here, right? But I don't know about you, but I'm not supposed to be.
Yeah, I'm not supposed to be here either.
And that makes 3 of us.
Okay.
I'm gonna go ahead and look at the other chiropods to see if there's any other chiropods or if there's any other people in them.
Just the 3 that you came in.
So while Mont is doing that, I'm gonna start like kind of digging through the other stuff that's in the hold to see if there's anything useful at all.
You find crates, barrels, a few of them scattered about, dusty, dingy. Some things that might have been organic at one point, but decayed. There's nothing here. Nothing here of value.
Hey, I'm ready to get out of here. It's hot.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there's nothing useful here at all whatsoever.
Scraps, maybe a scrap bar, scrap metal, things like that. But no, otherwise, no.
All right.
I'll
If I
actually
remember.
go over to that metal and pick that up as well, just to mostly kind of just feeling it with my hand and seeing how smooth it is. I like how it feels, so I'm gonna go ahead and just take that piece of metal and just put it in my pocket.
More like a log chunk, like a bludgeoning object.
I'll tap on it with my knuckles, and I like the sound that it makes.
Okay. Is that something you want to pick up?
You guys think that this is useful? It's kind of heavy in my hands.
Yeah, no. Nah, I don't think so.
I mean, it might be.
Rosie?
If we need to use it as a lever to open stuff or whatever, like we might need it. I'll take it.
You know what you're doing. Here you go.
All right. So that'll be equivalent of a crowbar, Rosie.
Okay.
So, damage-wise, it does 1d5 plus how many wounds you have. So as a Marine, you have 3 wounds. So that'll be so basically a d10 divided by 2 plus 3 is damage if when needed, and then otherwise, however else that gets used.
Great.
Hey, I don't want to start off on the wrong foot or anything, but since we're all kind of in the same situation here, why? Let me just ask, why are you here? What do you do? Got anything you can, you know? I mean, you're fit. You got the crowbar. I understand that. But you know.
Well, I mean, I'm a Marine, or I used to be. I don't really know at this point.
I got you. So, like, you were just trying to get home? Were you heading for shore leave, or is
Yeah,
that what they call it?
I was trying to get somewhere for get away for a little bit.
Oh, I understand that.
Kind of the same thing for me, too. My mother, she always wanted to see this little beach over in the Zermax's galaxy, so we're headed there for a little bit of vacation. And, yeah, I don't know. With all this heat, I don't know if I really want to be at the beach right now.
Where's your mom?
And I'm gonna go ahead and pull out Percy again. We bought 2 tickets. And then she passed. She got cremated. I couldn't get a refund, so. But I still wanted to take her in some shape, way, or form. And I kind of run my fingers through the gravel, through the soil. And in my studies, it's ashes, they're actually a very good compost when you mix it right.
Actually,
So-
that's right. That's right. Yeah. No, you're right.
She's here
That's
too.
cool. Oh, okay. I got it. Say no more.
I kind of
Did I say too much?
I put my
Oh, no.
hand on your shoulder and like kind of like squeeze it a little bit, and I'm like,
Oh.
it's all right. It's okay. You're good.
Yeah. Ow.
Cool. Yeah. No. All good. Should we get out of here?
The heat continues and is such a strong element to the environment right now, as well as this blue light, this blue tinted light that casts in from the window from outside the cargo bay there.
Okay, let's go. Let's go. I'm gonna go ahead and start walking to any nearby door.
So just to clarify, the light is blue and it's intensely hot.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. You know what though? I think the engines are back here. I think we should swing in there and see if they're working.
I don't really know much about engines, but okay.
Yeah, I know a little.
Makes sense to me.
Okay. While they walk over, can I just see if the door to, not the engine room, so like to the life support or to the airlock, if those are open at all?
Yeah, they're all. There's
Or
not
sorry,
like a
to the
closed
left
door
side.
in this area.
Okay.
It's just like an open doorway. Yeah.
I see,
So
I
you
see.
can see those. Yep, absolutely.
Okay, I will go with them to the engine room.
Okay.
Yeah, so we're going to check out the engines and see if we can tell how much we can tell about the operation of the vehicle overall.
Okay. Niles, as you initially somewhat took the lead to head to the engine room, please roll me a d10.
Right in the middle, 5.
Okay. You head into the engine room. And very dilapidated, but still in working order. You can adjust throttling here, you think, but steering is not here, and the heat continues to bug each of you, and you finally put together what's the cause of that. The ship, the blue light, the source of that light, catching that glimpse in the window, the ship is heading straight for a star.
I thought we were holding still.
We should just make our way upstairs, guys. There has to be someone awake on board. Someone that's commanding this.
You also notice salvage wreckage strewn about the room. And there's something very peculiar about it. It's wreckage from this ship.
So you're saying there's like structural parts in here that have been stored? Maybe,
Not stored, but yeah, like chunks of it, something that came off of it, that in a way that it shouldn't be here. It's not like it was, okay, an extra part that they brought in or something. Like, this is structural parts, external parts, things like that, that are in here, but it doesn't make sense that they would be.
But so it appears that they were brought in, not like there's no breach here.
Correct. Yes. No breach. Right. But they're strewn about the room. You notice this, and it throws you off. Please give me sanity saves all around.
Ah.
Oh,
This is a success.
yes.
Yeah, no.
Okay. So Rosie, you gain 1 point of stress. All right. And
Okay.
It was a long journey. This stuff in here, we should just head up to the next level? See what else is around? I mean, space repairs happen all the time.
from inside the engine room, you can go further towards where the jump drive is, or you can back out to the cargo room and head around to life support and then to the access lift up to the next floor.
And by life support, this is the control room?
Life
Okay.
support systems, yes.
Okay. No, I think you're right, Mont. I think we better take a look upstairs and see if we can find anybody else.
Sure. I think life support's in the room over. Rosie, Niles, do you just want to check real quick here in jump drive, just see if anyone's in there? And I'll just start getting stuff started over at life support just to see if we can get
Hey,
anything.
You know
out
how to
here.
use that stuff?
I've tinkered around a little bit, I think.
Cool. What do you think,
How much
Rosie?
guys-
Yeah, I mean,
Over there.
let's go.
I'm gonna go ahead and start making my way back over to life support.
Okay. You come out of the engine room there, Niles?
Yeah.
Okay. You come out of the engine room. The roar of the engines quiets a little bit as you leave the room. The ricketiness of that frustrating, alarming ricketiness goes away a little bit. But you head here into the life support room. And
So just to clarify, Mont was going to go into life support. Rosie and I were going to go to the jump drive and see if there's
sorry,
anybody in there.
I did not. Okay, that's okay. So you guys were splitting up.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
As you should.
You know, as one does.
In an abandoned spaceship.
Okay, so
There's three of us.
we'll do. So Niles and Rosie, you head to the jump drive.
Yes.
Okay. Go ahead and Rosie, go ahead and roll me a d10.
5.
Okay. You both come in here and investigate the jump drive. And it shares that same condition of the engines of the ship as a whole. There is some systems, though, that you could, some computer systems you could access if you wanted to see, some of the courses, some of the jumps it's made, but...
I don't know. Maybe I don't know if that'll help, but maybe we could find out something. Do you know anything about where these things go?
No. This is really not my area of expertise.
Yeah, I mean, I might be able to tell a little, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to tell where we're at.
If either of you want, and Niles, you can make an argument for industrial equipment. I'll allow that. But either of you, if you want to make an intellect check, see if you can kind of pull up some information here and make any sense of it. So Niles, you add a 10 to that. So you'd be at a 50 for your check, what you're after.
Actually, I think when I built it, I rolled 30 and just added the 10 automatically.
That comes from Teamster, because Teamster... Oh, nope, never mind. Okay, so you've already added that in?
I think I did, yeah.
Awesome. All right.
So, hey, but that's still 14.
Awesome.
And that's a 95.
Okay. All right. I won't give you stress on that one as a check. So, more investigative type. But Niles, you are able to kind of look at some of the stuff and, you've seen some coordinates of jumps like this, and you are able to make a little bit of sense out of this. Excuse me. Really, the only thing that's important out of this is that the jumps are all over the place. And some of the jumps seem like they shouldn't be possible. There's definitely something weird going on with that system.
I think the system's got some glitches in it. It doesn't look to me like some of these movements are too radical and erratic. I don't see it. I don't know. Something's off, no doubt.
All right. So I'm going to take over rolling for, because I think our patterns are going to emerge of what you guys find. You also see some more of that salvage in this room. The scrap that was in the engine room as well, that out of place wreckage from the ship. That is exactly from the ship, but shouldn't be there. Over in the life support room. Mons, you head in and the systems, a little bit with your science medical background, if you will, understand a little bit of what these systems would do. Mm-hmm. This thing is on its last leg. It is doing everything it can to keep things going. And it's spending all its energy to keep this ship cool enough to just stay stable.
Is there any reading on internal temperature of the ship right now?
It is very, very, very high.
Yeah, very high.
But what there also is a timer. Countdown until failure. And as you approach and see that, you see 120 minutes.
I'm gonna go ahead and as I clock that, I'm gonna just slowly back out of the room and then just start going at a full sprint towards the jump drive room and just kind of make it to the doorway. Guys, we have a bit of a problem.
I'm gonna poke my head out into the hallway. What's up?
We only have 2 hours.
What do you mean we only have 2 hours?
I don't mean this. The life support. 2 hours until failure, and it's going down second by second. I don't know. We should go.
We gotta get up. We gotta get up.
And so, as I mentioned, 3 of you have the stream up right now. This is a live timer. We are in-game counting down 2 hours, so.
Nice. Anything here? Anything here? Just anything. What did you find?
No, it's off. Something's wrong.
Okay.
Undoubtedly. And maybe some, hey, just take it easy, man. Let's just be cool, because maybe the system's just all jacked up and it's not reading right. Yeah.
Do you feel how hot it is? I feel like I'm a tea bag in a teacup right now. I'm just...
Yeah, it's like... Yeah.
And I point to Rosie. Where are the guns here on the ship?
Whoa, guns.
I am going to try to recall where I would think there would be weapons on the ship.
So from the rough schematics of the ship, you do recall there being a room designated as the armory on the 2nd level. Potentially there is, that's where you would assume that would be.
Yep. Okay. We got to go up. We got to go up to the next level. There's somewhere, if I recall correctly, it's somewhere off the officers' quarters.
Hey, lead the way.
Yeah, man, you got the crowbar.
Yeah. I'll lead the group up.
Hey, Mom, why do you think we need guns?
You just, maybe something's happened for this failure to happen. Maybe there are, I don't know.
Pirates?
Yeah, space pirates. I read about those.
What kind of studies do you do?
Well, I never actually really went to school. I just spent a lot of time in my books.
All kinds of things?
Yeah, couldn't really
Space
afford
pirates.
it, so...
All right. Well, I'll tell you what thing right now. I don't know how to shoot a gun.
Great, I don't know either, but I've seen it all the time in movies. It's... I guess the number one thing that I've always seen is trigger discipline. I don't know what that is, but we'll get to it when we get to it.
I'm going to look at my hand and make sure that my hand's stable right now. Feeling all right.
Walk and talk. Walk and talk.
Yeah.
Walk and talk.
Oh, yeah.
Go.
Oh, yeah. Go.
I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna go ahead and take a look at my watch that I have right now. Is it operational?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm gonna go ahead and set a timer for the time that's remaining, just so that we have it on our person, so that way I can call it
You're
out.
stressing me out, man.
All right.
Also, my heart rate's like it's like a hummingbird's.
You ran off to gather the others, and then you head back. You have to go back in through the life support room to grab the lift up to the next floor. That's where that lift is to go up. And as you do, your focus, of course, was on the equipment, the machinery, and then, of course, this timer. And you didn't notice the first time around, but as you all come back in, you see these small little blobs around the room. There are 5 little blobs. They're a mixture of like kind of this dark gelatinous material with a little bit of a hardness to them, almost like a gem, not a gem, like a, like when you cut the gemstone in half and you got all the sharp little colorful edges to it. Little bit of that. That seems to stick out of it as well, but just kind of sitting, little bit of a motion to each one in place.
Anybody hungry? Is that Jello? Is that...
Not any kind of Jello I've seen.
Maybe black cherry?
I don't think so.
Grape?
I've seen a lot of Jello in my time. That is not it.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and just take my shirt and just take it off the top of my head and just wrap it around like a bandana.
I'm gonna follow suit.
Yeah. Like, actually, that's not a terrible idea.
You guys want to wait here real quick? I think I can I'd like to get closer to this real quick. It looks living a little bit, and I know a thing or two about stuff like that, so...
hey, okay, I'm a chemist, all right? Pharmacist, but is there anything familiar at a glance or that I could identify before Mont goes walking over there and...
Not...
Like, I'm thinking it's like bubbles of crude oil or... Well, no, but it's crystalline, right?
So, let's see. Yeah, go ahead and make a intellect check.
23.
Okay. As you see that from the distance, there's this blob, and the sharp parts of it resemble almost like an iron filing. Kind of out of it, and that just seems to kind of draw your attention.
Maybe like something magnetic.
Potentially.
Okay. All right. All right.
What do you think?
Yeah, I think, well, it looks like it may have some magnetic properties to it. I don't think it's necessarily part of the mechanics, and it's not hydraulic or anything like that. I don't know. I don't know if I'd touch it. Maybe Rosie's crowbar.
Yeah. Rosie,
Kind
may
of-
I?
Yeah.
Here, swap me, and I go ahead and hand her Percy, my plant.
I will take it.
Percy, this is Rosie. I take my crowbar. Take the crowbar and approach like the tiniest blob out of the 5.
He does
Okay.
that. I hold up Percy and I'm like, nice to meet you.
And I don't even like really poke it. I kind of just hold it out at first, and I maybe just tap it on the side.
Are you tapping the blob or just tapping next to it?
I'm tapping the blob.
Tapping the blob. Okay. You head over, and as you do so, you tap that, and there's an immediate reaction from the blob, and it kind of begins to shake and move and whatnot, and it you know, if it was heavy molasses or whatever this blob was, it kind of lurches towards you a little bit, and then you see these sharp little points of it. It almost seems like it's inflating.
I immediately drop the
Rapidly.
crowbar. And I
Give
back
me a
up.
body save.
That is a failure.
Okay, take 1 point of stress.
Yes.
I believe you're up to 4. Okay, and then you'll take 3 points of damage as this blob bursts, and these sharp little filings, whatever in it, explode towards you and hit you into. So 2 points of, what did I say? 3, because your armor.
Right.
So
So
2
my
points total.
armor is now like dead now.
Yeah, it's definitely. I'll say it's not yet, because this is more of a little concentrated attack. But the sharp piercing hits into you, like around your leg, because it kind of hit you down low, and you know that these shards have entered into your leg. They're definitely gone in there. Also, at this time, you hear a computer voice ring out through the ship. 110 minutes until life support failure.
Great, figures that's
As you are
working.
reminded that the countdown continues. The other blobs seem to have a little bit more movement. Not very active, but seems there's a little bit of agitation in them now that one of these other ones has lurched out.
Can I use my military training to assess the injury to his leg?
Yeah, I'll allow that. So you go ahead and take a look at that, and you see it's you see these sharp lacerations, these punctures into his leg. There is some blood. Something you could probably easily bandage off.
Okay, so at this point, Rosie had a flannel shirt on over a tank top kind of thing. So she just like pulls a strip off the bottom of it and just is like, okay, I'm gonna try not to hurt you, and just starts like wrapping it around his leg as much as she can.
Okay, okay.
That should help with the bleeding at least.
Thank you. Guys, 110 minutes. I'm fine, really. Thank you. The flannel, it's functional and it's fashionable, but let's just warp up now.
This helps the bleeding, but as Rosie wraps it around your leg, Mont, the pain does intensify because you can feel these sharp filings in your leg as she kind of tightens that wrap, digging them. You know there's a few things in your pieces of that shrapnel in your leg.
Okay. Actually, we're gonna do this again. Let's just get away from these blobs. Yeah?
Yeah. You know what? There's a med bay on here. Let's get up there. Let's find that. If there's nobody else around here, maybe there's something in there we can use.
Right. Med bay, guns, sure. Let's just go.
Yeah.
Okay. So give me speed checks all around to see if you can avoid any of the other blobs to get over to the lift.
So we got to move past them.
Yes.
That's a failure.
Oh yeah. Oh no.
Crit fail?
I got a 77.
Oh no.
Oh no.
And
I got a 31.
So did you passed, Rosie?
Yes,
okay.
I did.
Toffee, you said you failed, right?
I failed, yep.
Okay, Toffee, Mont, take a 1 point of stress, another point of stress.
Okay.
As well for the failure. Rosie, you're good. You kind of just skillfully dart through the blobs, knowing the best path that you're going to avoid them the most. And maybe that was the issue, is that she went first, and the blobs do move towards the moving individual. She makes it to the lift and is there and is turning around, waving, "Come on, let's go." Mont, you follow up. And unfortunately, the blobs begin to lurch out, and one of them is going to go ahead and take a couple of them are going to take swipes at you as you go by. First one will miss. Oh wow, a critical success on the next one. The next one, rather than exploding, it kind of like almost creates a sharp little arm and lashes out at you, hitting you again. Taking 10 points of damage.
And that was for me?
For you, Mont, yes. And for Niles. Niles, give me a body save at disadvantage.
Okay, well, actually the first one was an 8. 34, not good enough.
Not too, okay, verse 28, yeah. All right. After Mont makes his way there and a couple of these blobs reach out, they're getting closer and closer to each other. You run through and you hit one of them, you trip over them, and it causes this eruption that you saw before, and just these sharp little spikes lash out, causing 3 points of damage. The spray luckily doesn't hit you too bad. But the heat, the intensity of the situation, the countdown, it gets to you. And that caused your stumble as well. Time to roll. What's your, take a point of stress, of course, for the failed check there. So I think you're at 3 points now, right? Or 4? You might be
actually 4.
Okay, so roll a d20. You need to roll over a d20 or suffer a panic.
Typical style. I rolled a 3.
Did you? Are you serious?
Yeah.
Oh no.
But I also can take advantage. Oh wait, no, that's trauma response.
Yeah, on a panic
Oh, no.
check. If you want to use it now, you can have advantage.
No,
sorry.
I'm just gonna get all the bad luck out now.
Yeah, on a panic check. So.
I'll just lose my leg right now, and then.
Okay. So, in a low number is they're not as bad. The higher numbers are definitely worse. So this would be one to hold on to. Okay, you are jumpy. And that I think that's very appropriate here. Is that you're just jumpy in the situation. You take one more point of stress, and the other two of you, Rosie and Mont, you are seeing this happen. And as these blobs burst, and you see Niles slowly getting here, it just causes you immense frustration. You both take 2 more points of stress.
Oh.
Niles, you're at 5 total.
Yeah.
Rosie, you are at 4.
Um.
Or you?
No, I'm at 5 now.
Okay. And Mont.
7. Okay, let's go.
All right.
I'm like pressing the button on the elevator to close it.
Go.
I'm like, what in the hell are those things?
Yeah.
You make it into the lift. Engage that. The door shuts. And you have a quick moment to catch your breath as it lifts up, slowly rising, clinking along, also showing the age of this starship.
Oh, question. I took 3 points of damage, but my armor reduced it by 1.
Yes. So 2 points.
And then is my
Your armor is gone now, Niles, though, from that crit fail.
Oh, or me for me. That was.
No, yours is fine.
Oh, right.
Yep, because yours was just the concentrated area. Actually, no, yours is going to be gone because you got hit by that other
Crit
one.
success, yeah.
Yeah. So, all right, and you come up into the crew deck as the lift lurches to a stop. The loud mechanical as it latches into place echoes through your ears and slowly opens up into a very, very dimly lit hallway before you that leads out forward, and then it cuts to the left or right. You do see immediately forward on the wall opposite of you, there is a doorway on that wall. The hallway splits left to right, and then there's a doorway straight ahead.
Okay, yeah. So guns.
Yeah, we got to go off of the officers' quarters. So
I don't know where that is.
I try to look around, get my bearings, and then assuming that I can figure out where we're at, I turn and I'm like, that way.
Straight ahead.
Yeah, so straight ahead, you know, the officers' quarters are there. The armory is just off of that.
Yep.
Okay, so you head to that. There is a door here. Outside that, it is latched. There is a window on it. You heading right in?
I'm gonna go knock on the glass. I'm gonna say, hello? Bit of a spill downstairs.
There's no response.
Okay.
And before you attempt another knock, you are interrupted again by a voice. 100 minutes until life support failure. As you look into the window on the door to the living quarters, you notice what looks to be a humanoid figure laying on the ground.
Niles, Rosie, get this door open. I think there's someone in there that can help. Or maybe they need our help.
Is it
I don't
locked?
know. You have hands?
But you're in the way.
Okay. Percy, come on, let's get out of here. And I move away to the back of the crowd.
And then I look at Rosie.
I will try to open the door.
Okay, it does open. It's not locked.
I turn and I'm like, see?
And I look inside. Just turn my head around the edge.
Okay. So you guys heading into the room?
Yeah.
Okay. Who's I guess Ma, you were at the back.
I'd like to be last, yeah.
Niles and Rosie, you head into the room. And Mont right behind. But Mont, something catches your eye down the hallway.
As I'm about to enter into the
Yep.
office quarters? Okay.
And as you turn and look, you see what going into the barracks. So it's down the hallway there. It's sharing the same wall of the crew quarter, way down the hallway though. You see some individuals that look like to be walking in there. But their attire and shape looks exactly like yourselves.
Hey. Rosie?
Yeah.
Look back out down the hallway.
Niles, come here.
What are you looking at?
By the time they come out, they are in the room. They head into the barracks. Mont, give me a sanity save, please.
Wow. It's just a failure. Got a 46.
Okay.
What's
And so it's actually under. Equal is also a fail. So.
Y-
But anyway. So, take one more point of stress.
yes, and then I also failed my sanity save. So. Oh no.
Oh, is that your thing?
Yeah, that's my thing.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
no.
As Mon is here gibbering outside, it just something about that, stresses the rest of you out. So another point of stress for Rosie and Niles is really whether it's he's wasting time, dragging along.
I'm gonna go ahead and just push them back inside into the office quarters and just close the door.
All right, man. What's going on?
It was
What was
nothing. It
that
was just nothing. Who's this guy on the ground?
So as the other two of you first come into the room and you look around and you see that you find actually more than one individual in here. But it doesn't take very long at all to realize that these are corpses. There's also very strange writing all over the walls, the floor, the walls, the entire room. One of the corpses is actually arranged in a weird, shape on the ground. You can tell, though, by the garments they wear. This is definitely, these are definitely some of the crew members.
What was used to write on the walls?
Say that again?
What was used to write on the walls?
Some kind of a marker, whatever. Nothing. Yeah,
Not
nothing.
blood. Okay.
Not
Right.
blood.
No.
But it's is it uniform?
Strange symbols. Strange. Yeah, it doesn't look like any language you'd understand, but they all seem to be related. As if it was characters or something from a language, it was all that, symbols and things like that.
Hey, Niles, I don't want to. We can look at that later. Maybe after we're not in failure mode.
Yeah.
Armory right there.
I don't know anything about guns.
Like I said, trigger discipline. I don't know what that means, but it's something.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah. I got it. And my hand's pretty steady right now, so let's see what's in there.
You head over to the door to the armory. The door is shut. This one is locked. Sealed shut.
Hey, check those bodies. Let's check these. I mean,
Rosie,
it's not, yeah.
your background would tell you that likely this is a, security protocol. A room like this is probably going to get sealed off in a situation of issue. So it makes sense.
Yeah, there might be some type of, there might be a key or something that, like an override, but it's probably locked up pretty tight. It's
like a key card?
I mean, they gotta have, this is not abnormal to see an armory sealed up. So it's just a matter of what the security protocols were on this ship.
Okay. Hour and a half. I'm gonna go check that guy over against the wall in the weird pose. See if there's a key card on him.
Your background in industrial equipment, you know that sometimes there's not many problems that you at least can't attempt some good old elbow grease with.
I mean, I've gotten into difficult places before to get what I needed. I don't always have the key. So is there a terminal? Or is this like, maybe that, was this like some crowbar action? Rosie,
Yeah.
what do you think?
A physical.
I don't know, man. I'm a noodly arm.
I mean, I doubt I can pry it open, but I'm happy to try.
You're like the strongest one here.
All right, I will try to pry the door open with the crowbar.
Okay. Give me a strength check.
Yeah, that's a 61. That's a fail.
You throw the makeshift metal lever into the door, trying to get a grip on it and pushing in it. There's just not a good part of the door to be able to find purchase and do so. And maybe attempting also just grabbing the door itself. It's sealed. You're not getting in there.
Does it look like it's like protocol sealed, or like is it sealed additionally on top of that? Okay.
Protocol, yep.
Yeah, I don't know if we're getting in here, guys.
Okay, well, let's just check the bodies.
Let's check the
they
bodies,
might have a key card. Access.
A weapon.
They might have died in here trying to get over here. I don't know.
A weapon. Yeah, and if you see any medications, let me know what they are.
Sure.
Let me see them.
As I'm inspecting the bodies, I like to also see if I can figure out like the cause of death, as well.
You scan over and it's tough to tell, but maybe almost a radiation type related death. The one that is kind of just splayed out in the symbol, it was definitely seems more of a sacrificial type kill, but the other two seem to be this other type nature.
Okay, well, my option is where I wanted to go is bust. Where to next?
So, do we all manage to search all the bodies?
Yes. Yeah. There. And beyond that, there's nothing really of value on them. 90 minutes until life support failure.
Okay. We gotta go. Let's go to the med bay. And then, I don't know, the command room upstairs?
I mean, if we're really just going to the med bay for my leg, honestly, I can walk on it fine.
Oh, no. We got to make sure that if there's anything there we can use.
Sure. Yeah, this guy over here, he looks like he did suffer from radiation, so if they do have radiation suits in there, I don't know.
Radiation suits, painkillers.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go ahead and walk over there.
Some kind of antibiotic for your leg,
Yeah, and my arm.
your arm.
And as we walk over there, I kind of want to hug like the right side of the hallway, trying to create as much distance between myself and the barracks as we walk.
Okay. You guys said you're going to the med bay, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. You head down the hallway there, and towards the towards that med bay, and are able to access that. There is a door outside, but this one luckily is not locked. You just have to open that up. You'll also pass by, though, on the way, another door that right away, and Mott, this would draw your attention immensely, is that a door cracked open a little bit. You wouldn't be able to fit under it, but it's cracked open at the bottom. It lifts up.
Right.
There is vines and plant life crawling out of that room through the, like, underneath, like these large vines, plant life, something that just seems to be like growing out of this room
Okay.
as you head towards that med bay.
Warden, do I have my stone hatchet that I rolled for? Is it on my person?
No, you wouldn't have had, yeah, you wouldn't have anything, so.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and stop the group before we get to the med bay. That's not the blob downstairs. This is something different. Any interest here, or do you guys want to keep going to the med bay?
So where exactly is this? This is in the
Is this in the galley?
galley? Okay.
Galley, yes. Yep, you're right outside the galley.
Oh, right outside the galley. Oh, so these plant light, like these vines and stuff, are coming outside that door.
Yep, so the door lifts upwards,
Uh-huh.
and it's cracked open just a little bit, and the vines are coming out from underneath and growing up. One of them has grown out and like grabbed onto there's like a canister on the wall, and it's like actually found its way up around that and wrapped around that.
Yeah, I can't see any benefit of wading through a giant pea pod vine gone crazy.
Yeah, and I don't really want to be tearing it away with my hands. So, to the med bay, I guess.
Rosie?
Just get that for now.
Yeah, I think that's probably the best place, and I'm like side-eyeing Percy while looking at the vines.
Let's just keep going. Percy, you're gonna meet some friends later, okay?
Nothing out of the light. Yeah, back down to the med bay now. But Mont is acting weird as we approach that into the hallway, right?
The barracks.
Yeah, I'm like hugging
Probably.
that right side, like my shoulder is like rubbing up against the right side wall as we're walking.
Making that sound.
Yeah. I'm like kind of grabbing my hand and kind of rubbing it against the wall as I walk, just to kind of find some comfort in the texture of the metal.
Rosie, did you grab that crowbar back?
I don't think I ever set it down.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, okay. I'll just look back and forth between the barracks door and Mont and keep moving towards the med bay.
You don't see anything. The door is closed. You don't, Niles, you don't see anything. You come to the door of the med bay. The door there is closed, but with an attempt, you are able to open that up. Slides into its
I'm
case.
going right in. Yeah. I'm home, baby.
And you head
I
inside.
try to squeeze in right past him too at the same time, because I want to be in first. Sorry, excuse me.
You head in and you see that the medbay seems to have been converted to a little bit of a lab study facility, as on a few of the tables you can see instruments, tools there looking like they were studying something, and you notice something that looks very similar to those blobs, some remnants of that on the table, on one of the tables.
Inert from appearance?
Yeah.
Inert? Yeah, okay. I'm looking for medicine
Okay.
That's my first. Yeah. Mainly pills.
Okay. You dig around the med bay, seeing what you can find. And you find a glove. Seems to have a little bit of a mechanical component to it. Kind of like a enhancement operation device.
Toss that over to Rosie.
Okay, and actually, taking a look at that, Niles, you see that it can be activated, and you assume it will increase one's strength. It kind of will act as a enhancement to that. Rosie, you maybe have seen a piece of technology like this as well, as Niles throws it over. So this will go ahead and roll me 2d10, please.
Rose?
Just Rosie.
Okay.
2d10. That's a 10 and a 3.
Okay. Your strength and combat increase by 13.
Ooh.
And roll a 1d10 after that.
10.
Okay.
Nice.
Seems that this battery is charged. This should last for a good amount of time, you think? So you throw that on, and feels like that'll be helpful.
Yeah.
Niles, you continue your search around the room, and you find a cartridge. You don't run into any pills, any other medications, things like that, but you find a cartridge, and there's got to be some value to this. And
Does it fit?
It looks like an injector cartridge.
Okay. I'll hold on to that. Do I know what it is, or do I?
I don't think you would understand what it is at it. Well, actually, no. Chemistry, never mind. Maybe some symbol labeling on there. It will inject a spore into yourself, a healing spore. You can inject that. It will immediately heal 1d10 points of damage. I will say that you also notice that based on the time here and just your, the potential chemical makeup of this, there could be some side effects.
Okay.
To its use.
Hey, if we need it, I've got a little healing here, but I don't recommend we just dive right into it because it's a bad trip on the other end.
Expired?
I don't think it's expired.
You see that there's 3 charges in that.
Okay.
Okay.
Wait,
Well, for now, I'll just try to remove the shards from my leg, and I'll go ahead and look around the room and try to see if there's any, pincers or anything that's medical to perform some on-the-fly first aid to myself.
Let me help you with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're definitely able to find some of those tools to make that. And you sit there and you work, and you have surgery. So go ahead and give me a. I'll say intellect. So that'll be a 68. Will be your target there.
Niles, scalpel.
Yeah.
That is a success.
Okay. So with your background in this type of operation, interrupted by 80 minutes until life support failure, announcement comes across. And that causes you to rush, but you've done this plenty times, and you are able to get these little shards out. It stings, but you know that it's probably very good that you remove this from your wounds.
I also cut my pant leg, like above the knee, to give myself space for that. And I don't really like how it feels with one short, one long. So I also just cut my other pant leg as well, just to have some evenness to it all. I like shorts anyway. They're nice and comfy and easy to wear. I can do it for you guys too, real quick.
Oh, we don't have time. I'm good.
Okay, you're right.
I met Rosie. I don't know. It would be. I mean, it makes things cooler, right? But it makes a difference. Time's ticking. Maybe we should head over to the control room.
Yeah, sure.
Rosie, did you ever pilot anything in the day?
No, I was more combat related.
Just like flying a plane.
Flying a plane.
Yeah, I don't think those are a thing anymore.
Niles and Rosie, you might have a little offhand knowledge that, you know, a ship of this nature, you know, all this stuff in this day and age is automated and computer controlled, etc. So it's just a matter of changing those systems. You don't really have to actually sit behind the sticks and control that. It's, you know, at least you just figure out how to turn the controls, and there's probably also something interrupting the fail safes on the ship itself. You know, a ship shouldn't be driving itself into the star.
I'm gonna take a quick peek over at the airlock that's in this room, and just see if there's anything inside.
So the door is closed on the, you know, inside
no
door.
Window.
There is a small little window, and you do peek in, and you don't see anything in there though. Looks empty.
Okay, no one's in there. Control room?
Yeah.
All right.
There's a doorway. There's two doorways in the med bay. The one you came in from the hallway, and there's another one that leads into the galley. You will need to head in through the galley because you have to go through there, in through the cryo chamber here on the ship, to then gain access to the stairway to climb up to the next level.
I see.
This is why I didn't become an engineer. It doesn't make half the things that they do. It just doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, just interior design is... Anyway, we can either go into this galley right here or into the barracks. But even though we didn't really see anything in there, I mean, what are we gonna get in there? Like a nice pillow with some nice thread count.
I think that the control room it's close to here, right?
I think it's up, but we have to get through these vines into that plant room, which I kind of want to get in there, but only if you guys want to. I mean, this is the only way we get out, is through these vines. We could take a look at the barracks real quick, just a quick little sweep, but I mean, you guys can.
Hey, do either of you know anything about whether the crew deck has anything to do with control on this vehicle? Do I know anything about that?
Do any of us know that?
The crew deck, no. Generally, no. There might have been some options, you know, within the engines themselves. But yeah, beyond that, no. Generally not.
I mean, usually people on crews, they leave stuff with them, like possessions at their bed. Maybe we'll find something useful in there. Because us just kind of going into that viney gallery, I kind of don't like it if we don't have at least something sharp to cut it with. And a crowbar isn't necessarily very sharp.
Don't think we can get to the crew deck unless we go through the galley.
There's barracks. No, they're just right outside the med bay.
Yeah.
Oh, well, yeah. What do you think, Rosie? I mean, the barracks.
I can't hurt to look.
Yeah, quick little sweep. I'll give you guys 3 minutes. I'll just wait right outside, make sure that nothing's weird outside. If that's okay.
Yeah, man, that's cool.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, cool, man. Okay. Hey, before you guys go, before we leave, can I just take a little hit of that cartridge?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
No, here, let me help you. Let me help you with that. Eh?
Yeah, sure.
All right.
You take this little cartridge and you see it's just kind of a, you throw it near the main source of your pain, Mont, as do so, and go to roll 1d10.
Mm-hmm. Ha, that's a 1.
Okay. 1 point of health.
Yeah.
Give me...
Yeah.
No, you did it. I mean, sorry, you hit it at an angle.
Yeah, my mom pulled me out of baseball at a really young age, so yeah.
You do feel the healing effects of that as it hits and courses through, but there's just something else about it. This weird coldness that kind of begins to course through your veins, and it begins to worry you. Mont, roll me a panic check, please.
All right. Roll above my stress, correct?
Yes. Would be good.
That's a 2.
Oh no. Okay. You get anxious. It's a good roll to make, if anything.
Yeah.
You gain 1 point of stress.
I'm looking at my leg right now, and I don't like it. I'm gonna just keep looking up. Barracks, 5 minutes. Let's just go. Yeah.
You head off.
Do we get stressed too because you got stressed?
Scientists. No, because it's technically failing a sanity save. So
Okay.
no.
Okay.
Yeah, you're good. Yep. So you head off to the barracks, which is just outside the med bay across the hall.
Me and Rosie.
As they head inside, I kind of just sit outside, slumped on the floor.
The barracks is a very long, narrow room. You see the beds are stacked alongside one wall where the crew would hang out and stay to rest as needed. And, it's all disheveled. And initial look, just glancing around the room, nothing of immediate value, but you can see there's some storage compartments at each bed as well.
I'm gonna just start going through storage compartments one at a time.
Me too.
Rip it open, see if it like quick look, nothing, throw it on the floor, move on to the next one.
Okay. Go ahead and you find a revolver. Ooh. Rosie. You'll find Niles, go ahead and roll a d10.
1.
Okay, you find a flash grenade.
Oh, hey.
And flash grenade is so basically anyone within the blast radius of that makes a body save or is stunned from that. Rosie, you got your player's guide available to look up that revolver?
I do. Yep.
Okay, cool. Page 2 there. I'll give you the info. And then also, both of you roll D100, please.
29.
18.
Okay. Niles, you find a moonstone ring. And Rosie, what was yours?
29.
29. You find a bag of assorted teeth.
Great.
You guys find anything good in there?
Yeah. Still looking a little bit.
Okay. 3 more minutes, guys.
You continue your search. You also come across some more of these gelatinous blobs
Ugh.
who have seemed to made notice of your racket as you come in here, and they start slowly moving out from the crevices and cracks of the room towards the source of this commotion and movement.
I'm out.
That was quick. You guys have about 3 more minutes.
Let's see.
There are.
I come out pretty much right after, checking
So
the
you guys
revolver
are
to see how many
in the
shots are
room.
in it.
The blobs do corner you a little bit. They come out from behind you as well, so they become an obstacle.
What is a moonstone ring, real quick, just to in case I'm going to need it?
It's just a trinket.
Okay.
It's on the trinket table, yeah.
Gotcha.
So
Yeah.
I think it's like one of those. Oh yeah, it's just a gem.
Sure.
Yep.
Like kind of like an opal or something.
Yeah.
Garnet. Sweet. Okay, so we're both kind of cornered.
Yes, there's 3 of them. There's 3 of these blobs that seem to be enough in your way. Given what you know about these creatures, whatever they are, they're enough in your way that you need to try and figure out a way to navigate them without any issue.
I'm going to hold up that grenade and look at Rosie and be like, "Oh, I found this."
I mean, that'll be handy, possibly. It also could do some damage to us, but I'm willing to take that risk.
Niles would recognize that it's just a flash grenade.
Okay.
Still, yes, potential damage to you guys, but probably close your eyes.
Yeah.
Though I don't know what it does to these things.
Right. You just know the nature of it, just in regards to Rosie's suggesting that what the damage, does, but.
Or else we're going to have to dive through. I mean, there's no other door, is there? Let's see.
As Mont sits outside in the hallway, waiting, you wonder what you can do with the situation, and you just realize that all this noise, this racket we made, seemed to draw their attention.
Yeah. Am I able to hear this conversation between the two? From
I'd say you probably hear some murmuring, and yeah, if they are going on about shit, we're trapped.
Guys, is everything okay in there?
No, can't get out.
Yeah, okay. I guess I'm coming in.
Don't come in.
Oh,
No, they're in
okay.
front of the door. There's blobs. They're in front of the door.
Okay, we'll do something. Are they coming towards you, or?
They're closing it off. Rosie,
Yep.
what do we do?
I mean, we might as well try the flash grenade. It can't hurt, right? We can shield
All
our eyes and...
Yeah, move back. Move back. We'll get ourselves deeper into the...
Not too far, because there are blobs behind you as well.
Okay.
They came out from like the corners of the rooms,
Yeah, all around.
and surrounded you. Yeah,
So
very conveniently.
We're gonna move back far enough from where we were standing to make that the epicenter of the flash. Well, actually, I'm going to overshoot it just a little bit, like towards the doors. If it does anything, hopefully that's our magic.
Okay, so you go ahead and you launch this out. Do you say anything about this?
Shield your eyes.
Okay. Oh, there's perfect music build up for this. Go ahead and throw that. You make that throw. Sorry, and blast out. Yeah, I don't think that there's.
Shield your eyes, Percy. You need light, but not that much light.
You both turn and cover your eyes as well, and even then, the blast goes off, and you can even see it through your cover a little bit, and not to an effect that it hinders you. But immediately as that kind of goes away, you turn back and you look around. The blobs, they're all still there. And you think, they don't got any fucking eyes. But they do seem to be somewhat reduced in mobility. And maybe actually there was some sensitivity to the blast of these blobs.
I'm going to go for the exit.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm right behind you.
You rush through, and there's a little bit of movement from them, but it is slowed and laborsome. And they aren't able to make any attempts as you do. You are able to get out of the room without incident.
Whew, okay.
Hey,
I stand right in front of Mont. I'm like, I found this cool grenade, and I already had to use it, but I also got this cool ring.
cool.
And I'm
It's kinda
like,
like
I found this.
Whoa! Trigger discipline, like I said. I don't know what that means, but again, we'll get to it. I don't know, maybe now. And Niles, that is a nice, like one knuckle brass ring. Just,
Yeah. And I hold it up, and then I see my hand just shaking just a little bit. I'm like, okay.
The heat has continued to grow this whole time. And it really starts to kick in and wear down on each of you. Take another point of stress all around.
okay. We
Stress
got
out, man.
what we wanted. 3 minutes till the hour, guys. Till failure. I think we got what we wanted out of here. Through the galley is where we need to go. Is there anywhere else that we did not check? Did you want to maybe try the armory again with that glove? I mean, you got like robot hands now, right? You can just like, ah!
I don't think I'm just gonna be able to get into it still, but we can try.
I mean, that thing's fully charged. We could try just real quick.
All right, let's go.
You Marines,
Yeah, just
Maybe I punch through it now.
yeah. Let's go. Come on, full sprint.
all right.
You rush back down the hallway. It hurts, the heat, as you do rush, but you have no other options. And even these small little gelatinous threats, you're hoping there's nothing worse than that, but something seems to be telling you you want all the defense you can find. You rush back into that living quarters, around to the door. All right, Rosie, go ahead and give a strength check, and I will allow this at advantage as well. So advantage, and then you have your bonus on top of that.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
What was the bonus? 13?
13. So
Okay, so your
I'm up to
strength goes to 50.
50. And then
At advantage, so roll twice and then take the lower of the two.
Well, that's good because the first one was a 98.
Ooh.
Oh, and that's a 75.
You latch on to the door, and you can immediately tell how much this is enhancing your own strength, and you pull, and you hear it creak and moan, but still, it just will not budge, and you realize this is, unfortunately, still a dead end.
Futile.
Okay, maybe not. Maybe this isn't like super strength thing. Okay, good try.
It
Back
was
to the med bay.
It was
I
worth a
guess.
shot, but
Yeah, it was worth a shot. Okay, let's just go. Niles, Rosie, do we want to come into the galley from the south, from this hallway, or from the med bay?
Do we see those plants from the med bay door?
They're not crawling through that door, no, because that door was fully closed.
Back to
And
the
then
med bay.
also, you said that the vines were surrounding like a canister. Is that out in the hallway?
Yeah, so like in the wall, like it could be, like a
Fire
Right.
extinguisher.
oxygen tank or something that's just a piece on a wall, structure piece that it's wrapped up around.
From the doorway of the office quarters, I'll just take a look at it, clock it, and say, Niles, that might be like a fire extinguisher, maybe. I don't know. Do you want to grab that?
60 minutes until life support failure.
Yeah, well, you should grab that. If you don't grab it, I'm gonna grab it.
As you stand outside in the hallway, planning which way to head into the galley, knowing you need to get up through the cryo chambers into the command deck. We're gonna take a break.
Pause that timer.
Yes, we will pause that timer. So I'll restart it at an hour when we get back.
Oh, nice. Get
This has
30
been
seconds.
fantastic, guys. I hope you guys are enjoying this as well.
I'm having a blast.
Awesome. So, all our viewers out there in chat as well, thank you so much. I hope you're enjoying the show. We're going to take a quick break, 5 to 10 minutes, go stretch our legs, do the same, and we'll be back. And we have an hour left, countdown-wise, see how that goes. So check out, during the break, we got some promo from our wonderful cast here and other things. So take a peek at that and then do what you need to do. So we'll see you all soon. Thank you very much. All right. Welcome back, everyone. Glad you're all still here with us. Let's keep it going. Get that timer back on. We are down to an hour. So I'll give a quick recap. I'll allow that and then start that timer. But y'all had explored the crew deck, going through the officer quarters, finding some unfortunate individuals there, corpses. No luck getting into the armory, sealed off. Heading into the medical bay, finding a few useful items, some healing, a healing cartridge, a mechanical glove that provided some extra strength to Rosie, and then heading into the barracks as well, finding a flash grenade, a revolver that could come in handy, a couple of the trinkets. Unfortunately, that flash grenade needed to be spent right away as these small gelatinous blobs seem to crawl out at the at your commotion, and so you needed to attempt to stun them. That seemed to work enough to allow you to get out of the room, back into the hallway, and head towards the galley. You need to get upstairs to the command deck, but you need to go through this galley and then the cryo chambers. And outside the galley door, large vines are growing out from that. That seems very strange, and that is an obstacle that you all are worryingly having to deal with at this time. As you head towards that door and what you're going to do, once again, the computer voice chimes in. 60 minutes until life support failure.
All right.
And we continue.
Rosie, how many shots are in that pistola of yours?
Yeah, I looked. I'm assuming that it's full, but
Revolver, yes.
would be 6 shots.
Yes, yep.
So, yeah. I've got 6 in here.
Right on, man.
Okay.
You got all the gear, but I think we're going through the med bay, yeah? Into the galley?
Yeah, as we're starting to walk, I'm like inspecting this random bag of assorted teeth. Like, there's got to be a use for these. Like, somebody had to be saving them for something. So, yeah, I'm like maybe I could use them as caltrops or try to figure out what I can do with them.
Find another grenade and make a makeshift claymore.
Right. Scattershot.
Yeah.
So are you heading in from the hallway, or are you going in from the medical bay?
From the medical bay, those what am I trying to say? Graspy looking vines don't.
The vines, yeah.
Well, I
me
mean,
too
that
much.
door's already open, but
It's cracked
Well, if
open.
we can't get in through the other one, then that's fine. But man,
right. But there is that canister, Niles.
Oh, all right.
You should get that.
All right, I'll zip over there and grab that off the wall.
Off the wall?
Yeah.
Okay. Give me a strength check, Niles.
No, 73.
You tug at it, and you have the latchings off of it, but the vines have really like wrapped it up there, and it's tough. You could probably spend some time hacking away and getting it out of there, but you know these vines are pretty extensive. You know, it might take you a good 5 minutes or so
I can't break through the vines, man.
if you're willing to spend the time.
That's okay. That's fine. That's fine. We'll just leave it there for now. If we look at it from as it's covered in the vines, can I make out what it is? Is it a fire extinguisher? Is it something else?
Doesn't look to be an extinguisher. It just looks to be some type of canister to hold some type of a gas for the ship.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Whether that's oxygen or whatever, it's tough to tell because it's all corroded and dirty. Any labeling that was there is not legible.
Medbay it is. Sure.
Yeah.
All right, let's go.
Good.
You head further down the hallway a little bit, back into the med bay, and to that door that now adjoins the galley from the med bay, and give that one a tug, and it opens up. And immediately you're hit with the heat is already there, but now humidity just lurches out from that room. Everyone takes another point of stress as the heat continues to rise, knowing you're growing closer and closer to your doom unless you do something. But you immediately see that the entire galley is just crawling with this ecosphere, garden, plant life, all over the place.
We don't know of any escape shuttles, right?
I didn't see that in the schematics. No.
No.
I mean, they're just plants. They're not like the blobs in the other room in the level below. I love plants, but I'm not going first. Someone else go.
I'm more worried about getting off this derelict before we plummet into that sphere.
Mm-hmm.
Mont, nothing initially looks threatening. And as you look about with your background in botany, you can see a lot of this is actually it's edible. It's a garden for the ship. That's what the purpose is here. It's
What, is
basically a
overgrown?
hydroponics garden. Yes, wildly overgrown, which makes sense given the amount of time that you all assume has passed since you boarded the ship.
I mean, I'm a chemist, but I'm kind of guessing that radiation might have something to do with it, but it's a guess more than knowledge.
Possible, yes. But
I mean, I'm starving. This looks edible, I think. I can make a quick little caprese salad minus the mozzarella.
I don't think we have time.
Yeah, but if we get into a scrap, and we're not fed.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, let's just go. And as they proceed to go, I'm gonna kind of try to pick up some stuff as we move through the room to try
some
to,
of the plants or whatever,
Yeah.
forage. Yeah,
anything
yeah.
anything that looks starchy, anything that looks more like steak-like, like a portobello mushroom, something like that. I don't know.
I guess
You are able to do that.
the wrong ones.
As you head across and you kind of have to walk through all this plant life and whatnot, you do hear a tapping from outside, not on the door, the hallway facing door, more on like the bulkhead. This loud echoing doom, 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 doom.
Is that coming from above us or from the hallway?
It feels more like on the wall from the hallway. Yeah.
Rosie, get your gun out.
We're in the galley, yeah?
Yes.
Find the staircase.
Trigger discipline.
Am I in my pocket and find that little tablet?
Yeah, I've got the.
Niles, give me a body save.
Shoot. 39. It's not a pass.
Withdrawal comes over you hard. And everything, you are itching. You've been trying to hold out. You don't know if you can. You have one last little pick-me-up.
I'm going to take it because I've got an hour. If I can't make it past that, I'm going to go out hide.
Okay. You slip it, and the sluggishness that was coming on from those withdrawals goes away. For now. What is everyone's stress at? I want to just make an update on that.
I'm at an 8.
I am at 11. Your boy stressed.
Niles?
8.
8, okay. Gotta ratchet that up here.
Niles, what did you just drink? What is that? Is that maple syrup? What was that?
It wasn't a drink. It was...
Aspirin.
Cool. Yeah.
Yeah, it's my last
Well,
one.
Okay. Is there anything else in this room that might be useful other than like food stuff?
There... I don't believe there was. Galley. Not. Yeah. Nope. This is just the galley. Just the plants and overgrown garden.
Okay. So who's going first through? We need to get to the Cryo room.
Yeah. But Rosie, you got the gear.
Yeah,
You
I'll
got the
go.
gun. As much as I want to leave Mont in here, he loves the humidity. Or sorry, as much as I want to leave Percy in here, he has to come with me. So let's just go.
You continue to trek through this overgrown garden, and the doorway to the cryo chamber is open. And you step in, and it is a very different scene. That lush greenness of the galley now turns into this dark and very cold feeling room. On the wall, there are a group of cryo chambers. Much more, the ones that you came in were these more of a shipping style, maybe not even appropriate for humanoids, but they work. These are obviously meant to hold crew and things like that. You see that there are 4 of the chambers along the wall, and 3 of them seem to still have individuals inside. You can still see that the glass is a little foggy, but you can still make it out pretty well, at least from when you first enter in the room. The 4th, the front paneling glass is busted. It's just destroyed, as if something... And as you see that, you see the glass all over the floor, as if something busted out of it. 50 minutes until life support failure.
The other 3 are intact.
Yes.
Can we see if there's anyone inside them?
Yes. You head over there. And you see 3 individuals, 1 in each. Niles, give me a sanity save, please.
No, 73.
Okay, take a point of stress. you think you're going crazy because inside these chambers are these deformed, mutated individuals. Multiple eyes, multiple arms. Not all the same. Some of them have 3 eyes, some have 2 eyes, some have 3 arms. But there is something very, very fucked up about these individuals in these cryopods.
Are their vitals are they still active?
Yes.
Ugh.
Yes.
I don't want to worry anybody,
Yeah.
but whatever started off in these pods, I think became something else, kind of like the plants did in the other room. And they're still alive. And I don't think we want them waking up.
That seems like a good plan, yeah.
I'm gonna go over to the broken cryo pod, and I'm gonna look at the floor and try to see if there's a large enough piece of glass that I can just hold to maybe use as like a makeshift weapon.
Yeah.
And maybe anything nearby where I can kind of try to jury-rig myself a type of like dagger or some sort of cutting thing.
Yeah, you're able to find something, assuming you're smart enough about that, maybe grab it with some loose fabric or whatever, of course, but there's definitely some chunks available to do so for that, so you are able to do that. Let's see, just like a knife or probably like a scalpel, so a 1d10 damage is what that does. Mont.
Okay.
So, close range.
Got it.
And you still have the cartridge too.
Yeah. Did you want some?
I don't need it
you
right
just took
now.
your thing, but
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
I'm all right.
okay. So something is released from that. Something broke out. Wasn't one of us. Probably looks like that thing. Let's be mindful.
Can we tell how long ago?
On the, like, how long ago it was broken?
Mm-hmm. Like, is the glass all dusty and stuff, or is it like got a fresh side, from the interior?
Some time has passed, longer than the hour or so you've been here. Quite a bit long, but definitely not as long. So maybe in a relative sense, fresh, yes.
Okay.
We got to get up. We got to get up, or we're never
Get
gonna
another
get
level.
out.
Hold on, just 1 minute here. I'm gonna go ahead and head back into the gallery, and the vines. They're tracing the walls. I'm assuming, right?
A little bit, yeah.
Sure. Can I go ahead and just take my scalpel and just cut off a nice meaty 5-foot section of vine that's something that could maybe double as a rope?
Yeah, absolutely. You head over there and do that, and work on that. Cut out a good chunk that you feel will be useful in that regard.
Okay. Got my souvenir.
You're resourceful.
Yeah, because we're getting out of here, right? 45 minutes. Let's go.
Yeah, right.
You head over. Go
know
ahead.
the ladder is? Yeah. Do we know where the ladder is? Do we know where?
Yeah, it's around. It's just kind of a corner room, so it's around a little bit the corner to find that stairwell and then climb up. As you head over and find that, you see an individual, another body laying on the floor.
Hey, Rosie,
Yeah.
can I hold a crowbar?
Yeah, I pass it over.
Thanks.
Remember trigger discipline.
Yeah, that's why I have the bar.
That's why I had the scalpel.
Yeah.
As you get closer to this individual on the ground, an intense familiarity comes over. And Mont and Niles, you look down and you have to confirm and turn to see Rosie there standing with you. And you look back. Rosie's on the floor. And she's standing next to you. Everyone give me sanity saves, please.
Oh boy. Oh.
That's a failure.
Failure.
And then I also get the bonus stress.
Yeah, that was a definite failure for me too.
Okay. Not a crit, right?
No.
Okay.
No, it was a 62.
So 1 point of stress all around. Mont, you said, so they fail. So Rosie and Niles, you take an additional point of stress.
Rosie, that's you, but you're also standing right there.
Rosie, actually, because you failed as well, and this is you, give me a panic save. Panic roll.
Okay.
Niles, you might want to get that gun out of her hands. If that's Rosie.
Gotta get an 11 or better. Actually, I think a 10 or better. I think it's me to beat it.
Okay.
I will make that call that it is.
29.
Just straight, sorry, a D20.
Oh, D20, sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a whole 9.
A 9? Oh, okay. So you failed. So you failed. Niles and Mont, please make fear checks.
Ooh.
Fear saves, sorry. Fear saves.
It's the lowest one.
Yeah, 15.
That's good. Yeah, that's gotta be a save, right?
Yeah.
That's a failure.
Okay. Another point of stress, Mont.
Yeah.
Getting there. Okay, and then Rosie, you
my
said a
miss.
9?
Yeah.
Okay. So you just get deflated from witnessing this individual that literally is you. You gain a condition that whenever a nearby member fails a save, you gain a point of stress. And so so gain 1 more point as Mont failed. I have you at 11.
Yep.
Okay. Niles at 9. I think is what I see.
No, I have 11.
Oh, you're at 11?
I'm 11 as well, yeah.
Okay, I missed a couple there. And then Mond, I've got you at 13.
Yes.
All right.
I'm gonna go ahead and just back away into the cryo, like into the main lobby part before we ascend the stairs. Okay, now look here. Rosie? You might explain what's going on right here?
If I could explain, I would explain, but I don't know.
Yeah. So what if you're the thing that was in that chamber, in that pod?
Yeah, let's not jump
Niles,
to conclusions.
get your thing up.
I got it. I don't know how to use this.
She's the one with the gun. Tell us something that only you would know, Rosie. Yeah? I know we just met, but something that only you would know. I don't know.
We don't know what she would know.
Yeah, I'm not gonna freaking take a chance. Yeah? If I'm gonna be dying in 40 minutes, I'd rather die in 40 minutes and not in 2.
I would know that I couldn't open the door to the armory, even though I tried twice.
You were with us during that entire time. I'm talking about before you got into the chamber.
You didn't know me before I got into the chamber. I could make up anything.
Don't tell me something.
I'm a Marine.
Well, what's
40
your sister's
minutes
name?
until life support failure.
Yeah, what's your sister's name? Your brother's name?
I don't have a sister.
What's your favorite food?
Chinese.
Oh, that's my favorite too. What's your favorite Chinese food? On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3.
Crab
Orange chicken.
rangoons.
Okay, well maybe not. Okay, sure. It all checks. Sure. Get up the ladder, please.
I want to search that body.
Okay. It has head to toe. It's Rosie, garments and all.
Like, including, like,
Patch.
my patch and my trinket and everything.
Is there another
find-
revolver in there?
You see the patch on the arm, the too pretty to die patch on the side. You pat around and you go and you get to one of the pockets on the body there, and you feel something in there put out.
So
a small bag of teeth.
Didn't you just find these?
I
is
did
the
just
revolver
find
there?
these.
Yeah.
You immediately go to your own pocket, Rosie. And that bag is still there on you as well.
I take it out of my pocket and I am gonna hand it to Niles and be like, "You hold this for a second."
I mean, like an idiot, I take it and hold it.
Does the body still have it now?
Yes, yeah, it doesn't go anywhere, so.
Okay.
Guys, the heat is just playing tricks on us, okay?
I mean, it's still there.
Yeah. Before we go, just one last thing. I'm gonna go and take the scalpel, or the improvised scalpel, and just go down to like the fake Rosie's hand, and just puncture the hand, and see if it bleeds.
It does, but from your experience of, you can tell that it's old. You can tell that the body's been here a certain amount of time. That, out of character, I'm no medical expert, but
Longer than hours?
say that again. Sorry.
Longer than hours?
Yes.
Yeah, this thing's dead. Rosie, you didn't feel anything in your hand, right? It's not like a ventriloquist thing.
No.
Okay.
Is there any insignia to Rosie's uniform that shows up elsewhere on the ship that, now I'm thinking about it,
No.
would have seen? I don't know what to say. We're running out of time, but if we find me and you up there,
Yeah. You guys know a lot about me. Maybe, I don't know. You don't know anything about me. Up the stairs.
I mean, I don't know your mom's name.
Marie.
Did you tell me that before?
No. But her name was Marie.
Okay, right. Marie. Oh, well, we better get up and see if we can control this thing. We have to turn it around because as far as I can tell, we don't have much more time before it's too late anyway.
Yeah, 36 minutes.
Yeah. I bet we
Okay.
have 6.
Up and at 'em, let's go.
As we're like going to walk away, I kind of do that thing where you like half kick something to kind of flip it over with your toe. Like, because I'm like, this is just weird.
Flipping over the Rosie doppelganger.
Yes.
Okay. It as a limp dead body would do, it does just kind of slump over. And
I'm just like kind of shaking my head like, what is this?
all right, who goes up the stairs first? It's just a single column climb up.
I'll go first.
Okay.
I'll be right after you. Rosie, if that thing gets up, you put 2 bullets into its head, okay? I don't want that thing pulling me down. You just watch behind us.
Over my shoulder. You're asking Rosie to shoot herself in the head.
Yes, I am.
It's been a weird day.
That's some pretty Shakespeare type stuff right there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Niles, you reach and begin climbing, and your foot falls against the metal rungs. Seem to just echo loudly out through the room. Doom, doom, as you climb up. Mance, you follow up closely behind. Percy in one arm,
Yeah, I'm just kind
climbing
of
up. Yep, inching up. Rosie,
Yep.
you're able to come up,
Yep.
bring up the rear. Maybe giving one last look back to the figure below you. That was you. You make it up to the crew deck, or the command deck. And the windows that cover the command area here, that blue light just fills the entire room here, in this first little section as you come into the main computer room here. There is a large domed computer in the center here that's pulsing a little bit. And to the side, you see a large stack of server-type computers, rows of computers. You can hear the whirring and the beeping of all of them going on, functioning. There's an airlock here in this room, and then you see a doorway across the room that leads into the main command room, where the controls for the ship would be. It is the heat, as it has, continues. Everyone take another point of stress.
Into the command room.
Niles, you at the command room?
Yeah.
Sure. I guess I'll go check out this main dome computer.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it shouldn't be that hard, right? Rosie?
Niles, you head over to the other door, and it is locked.
Rosie.
And there is a voice that comes out, a computer voice, not the one you've been hearing, but a different one. And Mont, you notice that the large orb, the glass orb dome on this computer pulses as this voice talks. Attention, there is someone in need down in the barracks. Please send assistance immediately. There is someone in the barracks. Just kind of echoes and fills the room.
Rosie, Niles, what the fuck?
There's nothing in the barracks.
There's nothing there.
Did you even look all the way? It was a long hallway. You looked all the way in the corners.
Well, we almost got chased into the corners because it's full of those blob things.
Yeah, and maybe we just... I should have went in there. We're going back. Yeah? Maybe
No.
that thing knows what the fuck's going on.
I don't think so.
I
Yeah,
think
we
that's
are.
a terrible idea.
Hey, listen. How long does it take to get down there, huh? What? 3-4 minutes max?
I bet we only have 3 minutes before it's too late to turn this thing around.
All right.
Let's just get in there. We all
What if-
need help on this thing.
I don't want to split up the party. I don't. Just give me a minute here. God, okay. Sure, we'll stay up here. Is it right? 2-1, democracy, sure.
We don't have time to start our own country here. Mark,
We're not-
I'm just saying.
Shh. I'm gonna go ahead and just, fiddle
Rosie,
around with
this-
the computer.
This
see what's
door's
going
locked.
on.
I can't get in it.
Niles, luckily it's simply a mechanical issue. And, you and maybe a counterpart can probably get that sucker open.
Let's put that glove to use, Rosie. I think we can pop this one.
I'll give it a try.
Cram the bar in.
Okay. So, advantage strength check, Rosie.
13.
That's a success.
Yep.
Okay. You throw the crowbar in against the door, and you can feel that strength of the glove helping to give you the leverage, and it slowly creaks, and there's a pop, satisfying mechanical pop as the latch seems to break, and you're able to shove that open. And you're able to head towards that. Mont, are you still kind of at that large computer?
I am.
Okay.
Yeah, I am.
As the door opens up, and Niles and Rosie, as you begin to step inside, that pulsing dome on that intensifies again. And this time, that same voice you heard before comes out, and it's just a screeching. Just this yelling noise that just fills the room.
It's the whole room?
Yeah, because it's coming from like that other the other AI computer as well, like an announcement style, but it's the whole thing. You then hear what sounds to be damp footfalls coming from the large stacks of computer servers and whatnot.
Guys?
And you turn and you see a shadowy figure coming out from there. You notice that it's got an extra appendage or two. Slowly lumbers its way towards the center of the room, this bright pulsing light as this noise is crying out through the thing. And it enters into view as the light, as it comes out of the shadow. You see something very similar to those other bodies in the cryo chambers. This mutated amalgam of multiple bodies, and you realize there's multiple heads, multiple arms, and it just lumbers towards you, drooling from each of its mouths. A grumbling hunger. And you see that a pair of eyes turn and lock on you. And it gets a little bit more of effort into its step. Niles and Rosie. I assume Mont is yelling out. What are you two doing?
So we got into this room. Is the loudness is in there, or the loudness is in?
It's still kind of in that, like,
everywhere?
Okay. Everywhere. So yeah.
So like the speakers are up too loud.
Yeah.
And the voice is like.
But it is a screaming.
Oh, okay.
It's not a feedback or a electronic type. It is a
Voice.
robotic screaming voice.
And it's just screaming. It's not speaking.
Yeah. Yep. Speak and spell, going crazy.
Okay. Rosie.
That's terrifying, and I've never heard anything like it before in my life.
Rosie? Niles! Trigger discipline!
Run back in there to help figure out what Mont's up against.
Yeah.
As you immediately turn around, you also see this mutated creature come out of the shadows of the servers, and immediately see something very similar to what was in those cryo chambers as I described. But it seems set on Mont there nearby that domed computer and begins lumbering towards him.
Aggressively?
Yes, but it's still like it has a third leg. Not that third leg. And it is, you can tell that it is working towards a goal, but it's mutated.
I'm just get her up next
Its
to us,
mobility is challenged.
next to Mont's side.
Okay, you're gonna rush over there.
Yeah, the bar.
Okay.
Who's closer to the ladder, me or the monster?
You would be.
Cool, good to know. Hey.
So, I gotta see if, I don't know if they changed turn order or not. It used to be making checks, but it might have been, okay, yes, you guys get to, if you don't respond, something happens. So it looks like they got rid of turn order. Otherwise, if there was surprise, so yeah. Okay, it says you can do strict turn order. So, there's another voice that interrupts the screaming. 25 minutes until life support failure. You see this lumbering creature coming towards you. What are you three doing?
Shoot it!
How far is Rosie from the rest of us? Did Rosie even appear into this main room yet?
So I would say, Rosie, you probably busted the door open, stepped in. Niles behind.
Yeah.
So, I mean, she's probably in the doorway. Niles, you're going to be in the computer room, proper. haven't made your full way over to Mont. Mont, you're in the center there near the computer.
Okay. I am going to...
Actually, and also, I think that this definitely calls for a fear check all around. Fear save all around. As you witness this monstrosity.
I actually saved. There we go. I actually successed. Yeah, with a 7.
I had a pretty wild success, actually. That was a 2.
Nice. Niles?
I failed.
Failed. Okay,
Yeah.
so take a point of stress. And... Yep, no other effect there, so... Okay. Alright, yeah, so what are you guys doing? This will be kind of considered a combat encounter, if you will, so a little bit of a back and forth, but... Yeah, go ahead. So, yes, I guess in that sense, we generally have a main action and a movement that you can do, so let me know what that is.
Seeing this monstrosity come towards me, I'm maintaining my composure, and as I'm holding my scalpel out, I'm going to take Percy and just kind of walk backwards towards the airlock. And as I get to the air...
Oh no!
Oh no!
Oh, step through.
Just to give me more space.
Oh, there you
Oh,
go.
I lagged. There we go.
You
Yeah.
did, yeah. You were just backing up to the airlock, so...
Just back to the airlock, just to see if I can get it open, just to give me more options of space between me
Okay.
and the monster.
Okay. So I'll say that you absolutely can move. It's not a massive room, so you're able, with your movement, to run over there and then hit the switch on the initial door of the airlock to open that up. And it opens up with a whoosh, and, it opens up in there. Yeah. You stand right outside that.
Okay.
All right. Rosie and Niles.
I'm moving to help Mont
Okay.
to defend
Moving
him.
over that way.
Yeah.
I am definitely leveling the revolver at this thing.
Okay.
Quick little visual thing, Warden. Is the door to the control room, is that sealable, or was that an open doorway?
To the
To the command
yeah,
room.
so Rosie had to bust it open, but you would be able to probably barricade it. The mechanisms are busted because she had to bust through the lock, but you could probably close behind it and then have to, even if it was physically holding against it, but yeah, do that too. Niles, you are heading towards Mont. Okay, any other action?
Is there a held action kind of thing here, or a
Not really, no.
suspend? Okay, I'm gonna try to get next to him so that if this thing decides to attack, I'm just gonna swing at it.
Okay. Rosie, you pull up the revolver.
Yep.
Okay.
I would like to try to shoot it.
Okay. Go ahead and make a combat roll. And, with your military training, they would think that absolutely applies. So that would be I believe your target number is going to be a 54.
All right. That is a 1.
Awesome.
Wow.
Okay.
That's a nice success.
Not a crit, but still, that's damn good. So you are successful. Damage on that. Do you have that damage?
5.
A 5?
Yep.
Okay.
I'm down to 5 shots.
You fire across the room and hit hit this creature square in kind of the upper chest, and it lets out a cry from its multiple faces. Just before you fire off the shot, 20 minutes until life support failure. But you hit it and it stumbles backwards and lets out this cry and turns towards you. Its attention is now on you, as it is pissed off.
Fair enough.
You do have a little bit of movement if you want to do anything as well.
I'm assuming it's still kind of a little bit away from me.
The creature?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm not going to worry about moving right now.
Okay. Okay. It's probably in range of you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. You're in pretty tight quarters altogether. So.
Okay. I'm going to. Just look at the map again real quick. Okay, I'm gonna kind of shift off to the side then, because I was still standing in the doorway of the command room, and I don't want to risk dragging the creature in there and not being able to get back in there if there's anything we need. So I'm gonna step off to the side, heading towards the airlock.
Okay. The creature turning its focus to you, Rosie, lumbers, putting everything it can into its deformed feet to try and get over there, and it works its way and gets closer to you, and goes into a bash. It just pulls up its multiple arms and comes down to bash onto you. That is a critical success. 55.
Oh.
All right, so I'm kind of excited though. We get to use this. Get to use the tables here. All right, so that's gonna be.
Oh my god. Oh no.
7 points of damage.
Ouch.
And then I thought that it was a. Yeah, on a crit, wound. Yes. Okay, bludgeoning. All right. So, would you like to roll for your own wound there, Rosie? Blunt force. So go ahead and roll a D10.
D10.
Oh my god, good luck.
10.
So
Yeah,
a 0.
okay.
So for this, it's a 0.
Okay, so 0.
Okay, that is actually the best option you could hope for.
In my head, it like went to like the worst one in my for like
Right.
a second.
No, that would have been.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. The beast comes over and just pummels you with a couple of its arms, and you fall down to the ground prone. And it's just towering over you. It's slobber spraying out as it grumbles and growls as it just piles and beats down at you.
Oh, great.
Okay. Niles and Mott's and Rosie, what are you doing?
I'm gonna charge it and try and whack it if I can get to it.
Okay, you're basically right there. You definitely can get to it.
Okay.
They're just kind of like an unarmed melee.
Well, I've got that lever thing, a crowbar thing.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just gonna hammer down on it. How do I do that?
So it's a combat check. So just roll a combat check.
Got it. Okay. 61. No.
Okay, that is a failure. All right.
Nice.
And you would take a point of stress for that failure.
So stressed.
And yeah, you head over and say you hit the beast, but you don't get enough on it, and it's just kind of a loose. It seems like a loose, slap. It's not really bothered. It's focused on its prey down below. 15 minutes until life support failure.
As that rings over the intercom, I'm gonna go ahead and look at Niles, seeing a Rosie on the ground, and I'm shaking, and I'm gonna just give him this look of desperation, and I'm gonna say, "I'm so sorry," and I'm gonna go ahead and just run towards the ladder and try to fireman slide down.
You're heading out.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So,
Percy in hand too, by the way.
okay.
Of course.
Give me
Fireman's light.
Give me a speed check.
That is a failure.
Okay. You go to take off, and while you think the monster is you can slip away from it, one of its third arms lashes out and just goes to grab at you and trips you up. And you fall, and Percy falls out of your arm, hitting the ground. The pot cracking.
As it's there, I'm gonna desperately just try to reach out for my plant, and just try to hold on to its raw form without the potting in it. Yeah.
Gonna continue working towards the stairs. Okay.
I'd like to also I also like to make sure that I grab a handful of the soil.
Yeah.
And just kind of stuff it into my pocket as I go.
Yeah. You're able to do that. And get away after the swipe, but at a massive cost to yourself. And you begin working your way down those stairs. Niles, you went. Rosie, you were there on the floor, on the ground. You're able to hold on to that pistol still at least, but this thing is towering over top of you.
I would like to, assuming that I can make a case for this as being hand-to-hand combat, I would like to use hand-to-hand combat to try to trip the creature.
Okay.
From while I'm laying down. So basically like scissor kicking it in the legs, trying to take out at least one or two of the legs.
Yeah. So go ahead, roll combat, adding that in, which will give you a plus 15. So you'll be at 59 for your target number.
47.
Nice. Niles, you see Rosie there on the ground, and she does this little bit of a maneuver, just, sweeping the creature, who you already know is not very good on its feet, its deformed legs. And it does tumble over and fall to the ground in a grumble and lets out a moan. And
There's the
kind of
cavalry.
flails a little bit. Anything else, Rosie? I bet you probably, movement-wise.
Yeah, I would like to get up and get away from it if possible.
Okay, so you stand up, and there is an opportunity as it fell and is flailing to get away. Where do you go, or what direction do you go? There will be some, a little bit of, movement spent standing up.
Yeah, I want to head towards. I want to head towards. Mont, you are being grabbed by it. Is that right?
No,
I already made my way down.
He's going downstairs.
Oh, you did already go downstairs.
Down the ladder, right?
Right, down the ladder.
Yeah.
I'm going that way.
Towards him, or?
Yeah.
Going with him?
Yep.
Okay. So you head over that way as well. You get to the ladder. You're not down, but you're able to get across the room. Okay. All right. The creature is going to roll around and stand up. And it looks around and it sees that there's really just one individual left here now, Niles, that has lashed out at him most recently. After the sweep. Rosie has taken off. It's going to turn towards you, Niles, and with two arms just come down and bash down on you. With a success. For 4 points of damage. Where are you at on your health, by the way, Niles?
I'm good.
Okay. Not close to a
I'm
wound?
still in the double digits.
Okay. All right, cool. 10 minutes until life support failure. All right. What are the three of you doing?
I'm gonna just make my way in a craze to the barracks.
Okay.
Trying to find some sort of answer here. And is there a door that a door that opens and closes from the Cryo to the galley to the medical bay?
That closes?
That opens and shuts.
Sort of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As I'm running there, I would like to just knock things down behind me just to kind of give some sort of obstacle to this potential beast that's going to be chasing me.
Okay. So it's just each of this rounds, it's a few moments in time. So you're able to get down through the cryo for the turn. You can get a little bit further than that if you're spending your entire time to move across. 9 minutes until life support failure. The heat is unbearable. Everyone take another point of stress. The light, as seemingly impossible as it is, grows even more intense as you approach closer to the star. Rosie, what are you doing?
I'm sort of doing that, like, look back and forth between Niles and the ladder, and finally, like, damn it, like, I can't leave him behind. And so I am going to shoot at the monster again.
Okay. Military training applies. 54 is your target.
36.
Nice. Okay. Fire off. Go ahead and...
And that's an 8.
Nice. Okay. It lets out a cry. And with that, go ahead and roll a d10, please.
2.
A 2. All right. Gunshot on a 2. The shot goes into the side of the creature, and Niles nearby. You hear this, like, you can hear a little bit of a crunch. Feel like that shot hit some ribs, and it kind of leans over and hunches in massive pain. Niles, what are you doing?
I think I'm close to the control room, right?
Yes.
I'm going to stumble backward into the command room and try to find controls.
Okay.
It's a desperation here.
All right. I will say that with full movement, you can rush in there and go ahead and actually give me a speed check real quick.
Hey, 10.
Nice. Okay. The monster does kind of swipe at you as you try to leave, but you skillfully dodge out of that. And that allows you to get just that little bit of extra time saved and distance into the room. And you see the massive walls of control computers in here. And you've had enough experience with some ships and other things like that you've at least got a rough idea of what things are. And you see the panel that you need to get to try and deal with this. The monster, the creature, is going to head into the room behind you.
So my action was to try and identify what I needed to?
Yeah, more is kind of movement and then getting in there to finding what you need, and you found it.
Okay.
Getting to that.
I scream.
The monster comes in and lumbers in behind you and spends its full turn lumbering towards you. So it's basically just about on top of you. But it is not enough to come and attack. Mont, you continue rushing towards the barracks, yes?
Straight to the barracks, yes.
You are able to get to the barracks, I'll say, with another round of just full sprinting towards that. Take another point of stress as things continue to get intensely hot. You just get to the outside of the barracks there. Rosie, you see Niles rush into the control deck, and the monster lumber in behind. What do you do?
I, against my better judgment, am going to go in after the monster to try to help Niles.
You are able to get across the room, at least to the doorway, and get just about inside and have a good visual.
All right, I'm gonna try
5 minutes until life support failure.
We're gonna, I'm gonna try to shoot at it again.
Okay.
And that is a 44.
Nice. That is a critical success.
Nice.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Okay,
Good
so
job for
roll
that.
damage.
And 8.
Okay. And then roll another D9 or D10.
7.
You hit something severe. Another gunshot goes out, lets out another cry, and Niles, right nearby, the spray of blood, and it's pouring down its side, and lets out an intense cry in pain as you can see that it's bleeding massively. It now, Niles, I think actually you would be up.
Yeah.
4 minutes until life support failure.
I'm just going to throw into the controls. I'm going to see if I can just throw this thing into an orbit or something.
As you step up to the control system, the screaming somehow gets louder and more intense and more erratic and whatnot. And Rosie, you focused on the monster and you take a shot at it and wound it massively, allowing Niles some time. But that noise, Rosie, you see dark blobs starting to creep out from the shadows of the room. Niles, you see the controls. It's a simple panel, glowing red. Hand, human touch activated. You've seen this before. Some of your equipment.
I got 0G.
And you just pray to whatever God you might know or not know. And you put your hand down on that. And you see the light pulse up and down your palm. And there's just a silence and a calm. And that screaming stops. Starship automation, piloting automation, engaged. Immediate turnarounds activated. There's a lurch as the ship just comes to a screeching halt, and then you can tell that it's turning directions. You have activated the autopilot to do what it needs to do and not drive itself into a damn star. The countdown seems to no longer, with only a couple minutes left.
Truth.
But there is still a threat behind you. And in its last bits of effort, it thrusts down again on your back. But it's too weak. It's in massive pain. And it hits you, but you shrug it off. It doesn't matter. Mats, downstairs, you feel this lurch. You look inside the barracks. An initial glance, you don't see anything other than a bunch of these little gelatinous blobs that are slowly working their way towards you.
Question: did I hear the announcement over the intercom that
Actually, yes, that would have went through the ship. So yes,
I heard that. Oh, I am. I'm gonna run. I'm gonna run down the hallway towards the office, towards the captain's quarters.
Okay.
Not a full movement. As I do that, I like to also go ahead and use the cartridge to heal my leg.
Okay, yeah, go ahead and roll a d10 for the healing.
That's an 8.
Okay, take 8 points of health. But also, give me a panic roll, d20.
Yep.
Give me a tough one. What are you at, 15 now? 16?
I'm at 16. That's a failure with an 8.
An 8, okay. I don't know if we had an 8 yet, so... All right. Ooh. This entire experience has been massively taxing. And despite thinking that things are okay, things have been resolved, you find yourself realizing, did I just run away? Did I just flee this situation? And you take this massive hit to your confidence. You gain a new condition. Choose one of your skills and lose that bonus.
As I'm running down the hallway and I look back, I just kind of pause for a moment and I pull out Percy.
Oh.
I just put him gently down on the ground. And, yeah, just kind of... Would I lag? Am I lagging?
You did. You're good. You're good.
I'm lagging? Okay.
You just sat down. You just sat down, Percy.
I set him down on the ground, and I walk away. So yeah, I pick botany.
All right. Upstairs, this beast is still attempting to wail on Niles. Niles and Rosie, what are you doing?
I'm gonna keep trying to take out the monster.
Okay. Take another shot, or?
No, I think at this point, I am assuming that I can probably see that it is significantly weakened, and I would want to move into close combat with it.
Okay. And as you head over there, whether you throw the gun down or whatever, then you pull up your hand and you remember, that glove. Like, oh shit, this is gonna be real handy, pun intended. So go ahead and make a combat check with that, and you have so with this being based with the glove, I'm going to give that bonus to the combat check as well. So you'd have a 13 on that, plus your hand-to-hand, which is a 15, so
yeah.
a 28-point bonus on this. So 60, 70, 72, I think is your target number.
Great, I rolled a 22.
Hell yeah, another crit. Let's fucking go.
Yeah.
Nice.
You just come over to this thing that is in pain, and you just, well, go ahead, describe this wail on this beast.
I think noticing that the last shot that I took definitely hit something really, really vital, I am just going to go and I'm just going to start wailing on it right there.
Let's see, melee damage, I think might just be wounds damage, unarmed, yeah, so 3. I'm gonna give you double, so 6 points of damage because of the glove and a crit. So roll a d10, please.
7.
A 7, okay. Where's my wound table? All right, and that is blunt force. You head over to the beast, and you see that gunshot, and you just focus on that point, and it's in the back, and you hear this other crunch as the creature then falls and leans over. You had to have destroyed his back. It's somehow in this mutation, it's probably reinforced in some way, but it is not looking good. Niles, what are you doing?
Tired of this thing, bullying me. So I'm gonna grab up that lever and I'm just gonna swing at its head.
Okay.
Whack. 14.
Hell yeah, that's a hit. So roll crowbar, I think it was 1d10 damage.
8.
Okay, nice. Hell yeah. Go ahead and roll a d10 for the final wound.
Yeah. Man, 7.
Ooh.
7?
Ooh.
Okay. You head over to you step aside to the beast as Rosie comes in and just cracks this thing. You hear the crunch of its spine, and it's wobbling over. And you just come down with the crowbar on its head, one of its heads, and it just knocks it out, falls to the ground, lifeless, bleeding out. Just the oozes and the drool and blood pouring out from it. At this point, you finally have a chance to take a breath. You hear a murmuring, electronic, robotic murmuring from the other room.
Can we know what it says?
You head over towards it?
Sure.
Okay. You head into the room and you see that domed computer pulsing. And it lines up with this murmuring. It matches that voice that was screaming and the voice that originally said there was someone in the barracks. And you can make out this message, this kind of repeated message. That's massive malfunction. Must self-destruct. Massive interruption in programming. Must self-destruct. Must set course to self-destruction. Massive malfunction. Just kind of repeating over and over again from this domed computer. But you realize, you feel that you've dealt with that malfunction. The ship has turned around. It is no longer on a course for its own doom. Perhaps the erratic jumps through space, hyperspace, have caused malfunctions in this system, and that's what it caused it to put it on a course into the star. Perhaps those jumps are what caused the wreckage, clearly from the ship, to appear throughout it, inside that it should not be there. Perhaps it caused the appearance of individuals just like yourselves entering, exiting other rooms, or appearing before you in the cryo chamber. But as things come to a calm, you can now try and reset coordinates to a destination you would like to go to. And with that, you have survived your unexpected awakening on Aurora.
I didn't think we were going to.
I didn't think we were going to do it.
I go to the intercom and I'm like, Mont, we're the pirates now.
I am the captain now.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, that was so intense.
Yeah.
Hell
I
yeah.
don't think I breathed through the entire second half.
You looked super intense. And I'm like, oh my god, is she having a good time? She looks like. But that's
no,
all, yeah.
I had a great time.
Just into it, yeah. That's
Yeah.
awesome. No.
I was really fixated on the countdown.
Right? That was, the first time I ran this module, I did it play by post. So obviously it was, it wasn't as impactful. And then the author, Waco, he actually put out a video, which is fantastic. And he talks about using a mechanic like that, a countdown mechanic in a game. And it purposely was for this, this module, of course. And I went back and forth on using it. But I was like, no, I'm going to use it. And holy shit, like, fantastic. Like, what a great thing to do. And I think, too, because what I was worried about was there would be too much kind of out of character conversations that would kill the timer. But I don't think it wasn't that bad.
The timer kept us going.
It did, yeah. And that's the point of it. And I think it did very well at that. So. Yeah, absolutely.
No, seriously, we were at 4 minutes when I was facing off against that thing.
Yeah.
And I had to decide if I was going to stay there and go.
Well, I was like, what the hell are you guys doing? Go stop the ship. Like,
yeah.
But
like, no, I'm going to take the momentum of getting smacked by this thing and go tumbling into the other room.
I was going to follow Mont, and then I'm like, nope, a Marine wouldn't do that.
Your combat rolls, Luna, clutch. Holy shit. That was awesome. That was awesome.
Did you have 3?
I'm so freaking proud of these dice.
I think so. So good.
Baby dice.
So,
good job, dice.
Yeah, the person in the barracks obviously was a ploy because the AI computer was trying to get you guys to not go to the thing, of course. That. But yeah, Mont, Toffee, fan-fucking-tastic, man. That was some amazing RP. Like, that was amazing.
Thank you.
Yeah, really brought it in the group. So all of you did amazing all around. This was so much fun. Thank you so much. So let's everyone in hanging out with us tonight, thank you so much. You have a good number of viewers here. I hope you've enjoyed this. let's talk about the module first quick. Aurora, hopefully you saw it during the break. It is written by a gentleman called Waco and illustrated by Bodhi H, who, that's how I found the module. I follow him on Instagram, and the artwork really didn't get to show as much of it off, obviously, here in the one shot, but the maps, I mean, it is just a beautiful piece of artwork on its own, and then the adventure is really fun. So you can check that out in the description of this video, and then when I move this to YouTube, I'll have the description to access that, but just look up Aurora Mothership, you'll be able to find that. Mothership RPG itself is amazing. If you haven't checked that out yet, they just had a massively successful Kickstarter. So we utilized the first edition rules. They're basically work in progress, but there was a lot of tweaks here. The wound table, fantastic. The new panic table, fantastic. Just how those things worked, great. So check out Mothership. There's a lot of great modules and things out there to utilize for that. Also, as shown in the break, Dead Planet, I definitely want to give that a shout out. It's going to be my upcoming longer form 9-episode series of Mothership, so looking forward to that. But you guys, please tell us more about who you are and what you're doing. So Ty, thank you so much for being here. Please tell us about yourself and your projects.
Thank you. I really appreciate the invitation, and I was excited to play Mothership because I saw it when it was on the Kickstarter, and it looked amazing, and it did so well. I am Dungeon Mr. Ty on Twitter, and I also have the company Adventure Slang Productions, also on Twitter at Adventure Slang. And we have a website, adventureslang.com, where we are currently offering playtest materials for our New Varden system, which is our Fortunes D4 system. And New Varden is a sci-fantasy setting. We are doing a live stream at Time Lord's Wife every Sunday at 2:30 Pacific with a great cast. Time Lord's Wife, Darth Surrealish, Phantom NJ, Eversalt, and Harley Hero are our cast. And we're very excited. Our first full session is next weekend. We had a 0 session last weekend. And then if you want to get into the playtest, we have tables available with dedicated seers, that's our GM, for playtesting that, or you can download it yourself and playtest the first version. And our version 1.5 will be coming out in a few weeks. So that's us, adventuresling.com, for all the information on our Discord.
Awesome. And I think you just said that. I was checking for something else, but from Adventure Slang, you can get to all the playtests and everything, right?
Correct. Yep.
Yeah, you just mentioned that. Okay, great.
Got it.
All right. Luna, I'm trying to grab your URL. For Tails, you have a URL for that?
I just have my Twitch account, but here, I'll drop it.
Okay,
right in the
or
chat.
that, yeah, throw that in the chat as well. So, and then say hello.
Hello. Let's see. Hold on. I can't type and talk at
That's
the same
fine.
time. Twitch. Okay. So in the chat.
Oh, it's gonna yell at you.
Is it gonna
because you're-
block
Yep,
me?
I'll do it. Go ahead and talk. Go ahead.
Okay.
And talk.
So in the chat, Todd is gonna drop my Twitch link, but I am Gamer Mom Luna. You can find me as such on Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, pretty much all the big ones. I probably have a Tumblr somewhere, but I haven't seen it in like 10 years. So, whatever. I haven't seen it in like 10 years. So, whatever. And I am the creator and host of Tales from the Tavern, which I like to market as the epic TTRPG talk show where chat asks the questions. And it's a lot of fun. It's every Sunday night at 8 p.m. Eastern time on my Twitch channel. We also, for anybody who can't make it, then everything goes up on my YouTube as well as gets released in podcast form. If you choose to listen via Spotify, you actually can watch the video of it. I have video podcasting capabilities through Spotify. So
Nice.
yeah, it's really cool. So if that's easier for you, you can both listen to it or watch it or both right that way as well. So check that out. And then coming up we are starting our session 0 at the end of January. I'm going to be part of a podcast called, the podcast itself doesn't have a name yet, but we're going to be using the Aether and Steamworks system, which is a little, I say little, it's not little, a large indie system written and illustrated by one person. And so we're really excited about that. It's going to be a lot of fun. So more info about that will be forthcoming once we actually start recording. And then the other thing that I'm going to be a part of is another podcast using 5e called The Tournament of Doors. And we just started recording, so it's kind of still in pre-production right now, but that should be launching fairly soon. And that's going to be really, really fun. It's a cast of 16 people playing tournament style. So it's groups of 4. And then they get through the first round, and then after that it all becomes PvP. So it'll be really cool. I'm excited about it.
I think I've seen that. I think it's talked about on the tavern there, your Discord.
Yep,
and
yep.
Sounds super cool. So,
yeah, I'm really excited about that too. So
check out Tales. So I was on a show with Ty on Tales, one of the episodes. It's such a blast to be on there and watch and talk. So
super fun. Yeah, and
so
I would
glad
love to have any of you come visit for the first time or come back again. So
yeah, definitely got to get back on there. So thank you so much for being here, Luna. I'm glad we were able to connect on a game.
Thank you. I'm so glad I got to play.
Yeah, Toffee, say hello. I've got your Twitch here. I'll throw in the chat for everybody.
Sweet.
But tell us about yourself.
Hi guys, I'm Toffee, longtime streamer, longtime actor, I guess, and I entered into the tabletop RPG space pretty much like last year, and I really wanted just to be a player in a lot of stuff, but you guys know how hard it is to find opportunities to be a player, so I took the very arduous task of being a GM, being a DM. So I am running my friends, and I've been streaming it. I've been running my friends through the starter module of Wizards of the Coast, so Lost Men of Phandelver. We're entering into the last segment there. And my goals for 2022 will be to run Dragon of Icespire Peak, as well as write my own homebrew campaign using the newly released Islands of Sina Una, which is a D&D based world based entirely on pre-colonial Filipino mythology. So that's going to be very interesting.
Awesome.
And and while I have time to learn D&D and learn tabletop stuff, I'm totally open to play in any actual play stuffs. And this is actually one of my very few times that I've done it, so I had a great time. So if y'all are interested in having me in other stuff, for anyone watching, just hit me up.
Don't do that, because I'm going to steal them, because Toffee was amazing, and I'm always looking for good players. So no, absolutely. Thank you so much for being here. There'll definitely be other opportunities. I want to reach out and connect with all of you guys. Such a blast. So I have been your warden, Todd Moonbounce. You obviously are here on my channel on Twitch. You find me on Twitter at Todd Moonbounce. Look up Todd Moonbounce on YouTube. Still working towards that 100 subscriber vanity URL. Get there eventually. But that's where all my VODs will be of this content. But the big thing I want to mention, of course, is that Dead Planet series. It is a Dead Planet. It's a module for Mothership. We're going to cut that into 9 episodes. Got an amazing cast for that. Amazing warden that will be running it. I'll be a player. So looking forward to that. So that it's going to premiere February 6th. There is a giveaway for that module. If you're interested in Dead Planets, go to my YouTube, Todd Moonbounce, and there is a teaser trailer for the show, and just need to drop a comment. And that's good through next Sunday, the 9th, I believe it is. And on the 9th, I'll draw a winner to win a digital copy of that module for that, because that's what we'll be running through. So check that out. Additionally, I am one half of the Dungeon Jedi Masters, a podcast and much more for the Star Wars 5th edition fan conversion. Check that out at dungeonjedimasters.com for all of our content there as well. We'll be doing lots of new Star Wars 5e games here on the channel, more of that as well. So just pack in that calendar, as much as we can. So, all right. So with that, I think that wraps up everything here. Thanks a massive time again to all of my players, of course. And if there...
Awesome.
Yeah, so thank you so much, guys. We'll see you very soon on another one. Everyone in chat, thank you so much, and have a good night.
Good night, guys.